Testing, 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 testing. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Alright, sound good. Let me see these charts. Charts move right. I see some lag a little bit. Definitely getting some lag. Try to switch over to SPY. Alright, switched over. Okay. So we should be good. Let me go ahead and get into it, y'all. So what's up, YouTube? It's your boy Keith back with another stock market recap video, man. I know it's been a couple days. It's been about the 16th went out, so 2.5, almost 3 days since we did our last live. Man, a lot happened, y'all. A lot happened um within that time frame. We got a lot of things to go over. We got SPY, ES, NQ, um, all pushing up, looking bullish. We sitting at the all-time highs. That's one thing we gotta talk about. Second, we gotta talk about um all the news that came out Wednesday, Thursday. Like we said, it was supposed to be a big, impactful week. Um, and then third, which really should probably be first, we might switch it. We blew, or I blew, a Top Step account. One of our funded accounts, our Express accounts, I blew it. Thankfully, we didn't do it. We still got Apex. We still got our personal futures account, but Top Step account, we blew it. We blew it. So we're gonna go over that, what actually happened, what I was going through, and what made me end up pretty much ending the account, blowing the account. Um, and then I also got to introduce to y'all a new series that we're gonna start doing on here. Since I'm got lost the Top Step account, it's like I wanted to start a series. I wanted to start a series with you guys. And we're gonna get all into that. We're gonna get all into that, but that's our agenda for today. Of course, y'all see the stock market is open. So we is talking about the market open, but I'm done for today. I'm not gonna continue to trade. I already did what I needed to do, made what I needed to make, so I'm leaving the market alone. All right. Um, yeah, well, first thing first, let's get into it. Of course, y'all, like we said last time we had a stream was Wednesday or Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday evening, I believe. Was it Tuesday evening? Actually, it might be Monday night. It was Monday, so it's technically 3 days. Monday evening was when I did the analysis because we was going into Tuesday. Um, yeah, we was coming in Tuesday. Um, it was a normal day, Y'all see, we had Monday was green day. Um, I did tell y'all, hey, we gapped up. We might come and retest this gap to potentially go long. And that was the game plan. That was actually the gameplay for Monday when it came to our options. When it came to futures, we was looking for the exact same thing. Um, we had gapped up on Monday. We was like, hey, the market might try to come retest this gap to go higher. And that was our game plan. Like we said, that's our game plan. You can look for loans go in here, or you can wait until, if we see a red candle, wait until you see a green daily candle come, then go long. Now, all that to say, um, when it comes to the Top Step account, we took the trades that we were supposed to take. Um, still was good setups, still good A+ setup. Um, we just, I'll say, the management of that of that account was the big factor. Once we lost the trade, um, and that's one thing. I'm gonna be vulnerable with y'all on here. That's one thing that I still struggle with, still have to work on. When I lose a trade, not all trades, but certain trades, especially when I'm already anticipating a big return on my trade, and I lose that trade, it's hard for me to accept the fact that just, hey, I took that loss and keep moving, you know? Um, because I think it's because of me constantly coming on day to day on the charts and getting them constant wins, getting them constant wins. When I do take a loss, it's kind of hard for me to accept the fact that I took that loss. And instead of just saying, "Hey, you done for the day," market, the market gave you your loss. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Cause like y'all see every day I get on here, I mark out can't beat levels. You know, I mark out the levels that hey, if the market go below here, I'm not looking to get in the trade. It killed my bias and everything, right? But if I'm already in that trade and then it go take my level out, sometimes I get to a point where I can't accept the fact of that loss, and I'll keep trading instead of just moving on and waiting until the next day for another setup. And that's exactly what happened on my top step account. Tuesday, we came into Tuesday, so like I told y'all, Monday we ended up closing green. Um, we closed green. Tuesday we gapped up. Um, so yes, it was. I think the stream was in the morning of Tuesday. That what it was. I think we took that stream in the morning because I was like, hey, we look like we're gonna gap up. We might, we might fill the gap, or we might pull in the gap and then bounce to go higher. Um, and that's what I was looking for. I was still, of course, still being bullish because the overall trend was uptrend. Yes, I did know my can be level was down here, but I was like, hey, we got a gap. I'm looking for this gap to be that bounce, which it did do, but I just kind of got in a little too soon. The market faked me out. Um, let me show y'all. Tuesday. I got in a tad bit too soon on Tuesday. Um, where was it? Or Monday? Hold up. Give me a second, because these charts. This is. It might be off a little bit because it is transitioning these ES contracts. Let me see. Yeah. So it had to be Tuesday, 6 a.m. I can't really find that. I kind of put it in the back of my head. I know I was trying to go long on Tuesday. Um, looking for that bounce. I think that what it was. Yeah, here it is. It was because it was after market open. So that had to be somewhere here. I went to go long. Let's see. Was it here? No, it wasn't. Never mind. This is what it was, y'all. See, I gotta refresh my memory because it was just during that moment I wasn't paying attention too much to everything I was supposed to do. I honestly was just trading with emotions, you know. But this was the trade I was talking about. I do think these charts are off a little bit. I'm not sure why. I do think these charts are off a little bit, but it might be because of the contracts finna change. Um, but I was looking to continue this uptrend, right? I was looking to continue the uptrend on ES. Had my can't be level sitting here. Um, stop loss was sitting there. Um, now I did get in longs I think once we swept this low, I got in the loans before a green candle came. Got in the loans and literally it straight swept down. stopped me out. My stop loss was all the way down here, y'all. It was down here. Stop loss was down there. Got stopped out. I waited. I said, okay, well, it swept these lows. It came into a gap. Um, I'm looking for a potential, bounce again. Um, so once it swept these lows and then fell to close below, got in long again. I was up a little bit and literally came right back down, stopped me out. And those two trades right there had me down on the account, about half of my total for top step. Me being down like that, I kind of was upset and continued to trade, not following my game plan, not following my strategy. I know when it came to my strategy, and the reason why I got in a lot of these trades, like right here, I wasn't on the 1 hour. I was on like the 5 to 15 minute, because I was looking for this uptrend to keep moving. I did have these levels marked on the 1 hour, but I was on the 5 and 1 minute trying to get trades, and that's why I was constantly just getting stopped out back to back. Where I know, hey, my strategy it works best on the 1 hour or above when you're looking for your overall buy. So if you don't have the confirmation, so like right here, when these solidify levels right here and we supposed to reject, I need to see that green count on the hour. That's my confirmation to go higher. When I don't see them confirmations, I should not be getting in on the 1 minute or 5 minute market structure shift automatically because hey, my 1 hour is not lining up with it. And that first one bad trade that I took, I should have just left it there. I should have left it there, continue to trade, just because I was kind of upset. I was like, hey, I was about to give me another payout. I only needed 2 more days. I was up pretty nice, and I was upset because this was a big loss. It was a huge loss. Um, so I kept trading instead of leaving it there and walking away. Kept trading, ended up making that big loss into an even bigger loss. On that first day, we ended up closing minus 1,000. Um, I was upset. Like I said, I was upset on the top step, even though it's like I said, I didn't trade my regular accounts. I didn't trade the Apex, so it was literally just one account. But it was still bothering me, just the fact of taking that loss. I was looking to get that payout for the top step account, and I knew I didn't follow my game plan. I knew I didn't follow my strategy. Um, and I end up, making a bad day even worse. Then Wednesday came. I kind of had it in my head. Oh, I'm gonna make my money back. You don't even take losses like this. I'm gonna make my money back the next day, plus more. And I'm like, hey, we still gonna get that bounce. I'm still looking to be bullish because we didn't break structure, which is right. We didn't break structure. It's just the entries. I was getting bad entries. So once I seen Tuesday fail to close inside the gap, I was like, okay, I'm looking for, the bounce here to go higher. That ain't this market pushing. Um, so I anticipated this to be a green candle. The market was turning green early on, so I was anticipating this to be the green candle to push up to break this high. Got in the longs, um, got in them longs. The market ended up dumping down on me. Um, like I said, I got in on the 5 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute again. Like I said, I didn't look at my 1 hour setups because my 1 hour setup told me when the market was going to reverse. Um, if you look at this, where was it? Mhm. Wednesday. Okay. Yo, so the 1 hour. Like I said, we got this 1 hour gap here. Um, I just didn't look. I didn't follow my strategy. I ended up getting on early. I got on real early, y'all. Just cause like I said, I was thinking in my head, hey, get on early so you can make all your money back and everything. It's Wednesday. The Fed rate decision is gonna happen around 1:30 and stuff. And I was anticipating that news to push the market up. And that's the thing. A lot of these losses is on anticipation instead of what the chart actually showing me. Chart was actually showing me a downtrend at that time, so it wasn't no sense to me going long until I see a true uptrend forming, or bounce off a significant fair value gap or something. Um, but like I said, revenge trading, knowing how much I lost the day before, um, then also me knowing, hey, now you're starting to get into your drawdown account, amount. I'm not trading with the same position size as I normally would. Not letting my stop losses be at my can't be levels because I'm too nervous to, lose too much on a trade since I'm already down. So I just wasn't trading the same, um, at all. I just wasn't trading the same at all. Like I said, went long. Did catch me a little bit of play up here. Close my trade, close some micros here. Um, got back in long. End up pushing up. It came back down, and then it just straight dumped on me, and I had to close that for another loss. Still was having that bullish mindset. Never went back to my 1 hour. Still having a bullish mindset. Went long again somewhere in here. Yeah, I was up a little bit. Then what happened? News came out, shot us straight back down, and that's when the account was gone. Once we blew the account. Um, After that happened, I was upset. Yeah, I was upset. Um, like I said, even on Wednesday, I did not trade my Apex or my personal just because I knew, hey, if I do be on a bad streak, I'm not finna mess up the other accounts. That's the good thing about having multiple accounts, but it still sucks because when you know you only had 2 more days to pay out and all that stuff, it kind of sucked to blow it. You know what I'm saying? But we ended up, like I said, closing that top step account. Um, After that happened, I just didn't trade. The rest of that day, I personally, no, I lied. I did trade, but it was options. I got in options long after I seen, um, we made this higher high and this lower low. Um, I said, okay, I'm looking for them longs on options on SPY. Took me along after the first green hourly counter. Took the long, and then I was just holding to see if we can close past um this daily fair value gap. We did, held it, just for a little bit once we pushed up, and I closed it right before the market closed. Close it, so I got me a quick scalp. So we did get a little quick scalp on options. Um, and then that was pretty much it on Wednesday. Then I looked at the charts once the account was, gone. So looked at the charts, y'all, and was like, man, this market might explode Thursday now, because it literally came into the gap, rejected, and now it pushed up. Now it's trying to decide if it want to, break out the gap. I said if Thursday close green and we close outside the gap, we should be going high, and that's what happened. So Thursday, I ended up trading. I actually started trading my Apex and my personal stuff accounts, and we had a perfect green day, like 400 on the futures, and I don't even remember on options. Like we had a nice, beautiful green day. Um, so we traded our strategy. Once that account was gone and I wasn't scared of drawdown as much. Um, I was trading back regular, looking at my 1 hour, looking at my daily, making sure not put my stop loss in my can't be levels, not undersizing, not oversizing. Everything was just regular. Um, and like I said, we had a nice green day. And I was sitting there, I was like, man, only if I could have had this day with the top step account. But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? We got to be able to manage our trades, our emotions, and everything to keep us through them rough days. Like them days that we do lose, you gonna lose. But just don't let them days that you lose wipe you out. You know, it wasn't that the trade I took was a bad stop loss or nothing. I had good stop losses. Could have been good with two. two normal stop loss. Well, one trade I had a bad stop loss, but the first one, decent stop loss. Could have been okay with it, but it was just the over trading, not accepting, hey, your trade lost. Your can be level got taken out. You can't trade today. You know what I'm saying? So I still got certain things I can work on, getting improved in, and I just wanted to be real transparent with y'all. Um, but like I said, Thursday we traded perfect, took them loans. Then Friday ended up coming. I wasn't even finna trade today, y'all. Was not finna trade today, and ended up catching almost all of this. My very first trade, I did take one L. The very first trade, but it was super minor. I think it was once this candle closed green, I went long. Stop loss was right here at the bottom of this low. Stopped me out. What? What? My bad. I'm sorry, y'all. It wasn't even right there. I'm sorry, y'all. Where was it? It was so I must have been on lower time frame because I didn't get on the charts till nine, and it was early. Yeah, I think it was this green candle. I believe was it this green candle? I think it was this green candle. Yeah, when we closed green here, my stop loss at the bottom of this wick. Um, ended up getting stopped out, but I was in the micro. Um, one micro at that, and one micro got stopped out. I was looking for that push back up to these highs, potentially up to 19, 67, 19. It stopped me out. I left the market alone. I chilled, relaxed for a little bit. Um, and I ended up trading gold. During that time period. Took longs in gold. Took the longs in gold right here. Took longs in gold at this 36.96, and then I just rolled gold all the way up to this 37.08. It came down, got right back in the golds again. Rolled it up to 37.05. Came down, got it back in the golds again. And then I eventually rolled it up to this 37.12 level. So gold where I got most of my profits today. But then ES. Once I seen this hourly counter reject down here on this fair value gap, I ended up getting the long on my ES right here. This hourly counter right here. Soon as I seen it close past this fair value gap and this hourly fair value gap, I went long. Oh, my bad. Let me see. I went long and I was aiming for 19. Of course, I was aiming for each of these orange hourly levels, but I was aiming for that 19. So I grabbed some ES and took the loans all the way up. I just rolled them all the way up to like right here at 14. I got stopped out of some micros, ended up getting back in, and I grabbed one regular ES also. And then I ended up aiming for the 19. It got to 19 and took my TP. So I got completely out, and like I just told you, I'm done for the day now. Um, but yeah, we ended up, yes, like I said, we ended up getting on the futures 4 yesterday. Today ended up being 8. Ended up getting 8 for today. So it's like we know what to do. It's just sometimes we get in our own way, get in our own head. Like when we get too cocky, thinking, "Hey, oh, we've been winning." Like I told you, I've been on a good winning streak for a good while. So it's like, oh, I've been winning, not having no red days. And when we get that first red day, sometimes it's hard to accept the fact, you know. Um, but yeah, so that's what happened with that account. That account gone. Um, I was thinking about purchasing one more. I'm not sure yet. Cause when it comes to toxic, I really don't be liking to trade it just because I can't trade it through uh trading view. But at the same time, I do like the way their payout system is. Easy. Get 150 a day. 5 days, you get paid. That's I mean that's pretty simple, pretty easy. Um, but I did get a Apex account. They on sale 80% off. Got one of those. So we started that new one. That was the one that we end up doing today. With this nice trade. And the gold trades. That's what we started today, and that's what I wanted to introduce y'all to today. I know there was a long, sober, or what is it, sobering? Sober, not sober, because sober alcohol, but sombering. That what it is, sombering. Uh, intro and I guess you could say discussion. We kind of was a little down, you know what I'm saying? It even got me a little bit in my feelings right now. Speaking, if y'all can hear, I don't sound energetic, but um. Yeah, that's what I wanted to get into. Since Top Set was gone, I went and grabbed the Apex, and I wanted to start this new challenge, y'all, or not challenge, but series, I guess. And it is me potentially live trading. I might try to live trade one time. It's just if I can get through the lag, but I definitely want to try to record them if I can, record the trades, or if I can't do that, if it's still lagging too bad with that, I want to document our trade um P&L. On document our trade P&L every time we get on here. Y'all see the clear as day that account. I'm gonna have it basically it's my YouTube account, I guess you can call it. And it's gonna just be our P&L. Y'all gonna see exactly, hey, we was down this amount today. We was up this amount today. What trade did what? How many trades it took? How long we took trade? Um, I wanted it to be real transparent, so it's like literally like a trade with keys. Um, I eventually, once our lag and stuff go away, I wanted to do live trading, like live stream trading. I might try to do that at the beginning, see how bad the lag is. If the lag is too bad, then no, we gonna have to do the recordings or something. Um, but that's the goal for this new series. And I don't know if I want to do with this. I think I'm gonna do with this Apex account. I'm gonna go ahead and pass it, get the activation fee covered, and then we're going to once we get the activation fee covered, we're going to document everything. Okay. I might show y'all the actual, even with us trying to, complete and pass it too. So I think this one is, yeah, this is it right here. Should be straight on that one. All right. So like, I want to just be clear as day, transparent with y'all of the progress of this account. So y'all can watch it build and see exactly what you can do with just a 50K, 100K accounts. All right. And y'all can literally take the same trades I take if I'm trading live. And y'all can, if y'all see the analysis, watch the analysis videos. Y'all can take the trades even if I'm not live. But yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to do that as like a series on this channel, just showing the progress of it, um, and every step through it. Okay. So hopefully y'all liked it. Comment down below if you would like to see that. Even regardless, I think I still gonna do it, y'all, just cause I want to kind of do that to be transparent. Um, cause that's the thing, y'all. I get on here, I show y'all my trades and stuff. Even I show y'all the losses and stuff, but I kind of would like to so y'all can see the live versions, like seeing actually what I'm doing and what I'm thinking live. Um, that's just something I kind of want to do, and then also I kind of would like to, have at least that account. Because my personal account, I'm going to do what I want to do. I don't even risk it as much on my personal accounts. But this funded account, I would like to have it somewhat showing y'all the profits and loss so y'all can be in the comment like, hey, Keith, come on now. You tripping. You did too much right here today. You lost too much or dang, Keith, you made a lot today, but you did over leverage. Like stuff like that. Make it real transparent so y'all can see every single thing. Um, and just so y'all can know, hey, the strategy he keeps showing, the analysis he do, it actually works. Cause look at how each and every day he, you know, making nice progress. As long as you stick to the rules of it, be good. Like I said today, I said 8. It was more than 8 because I forgot the ES trade at the end when I jumped back in. Um, I had grabbed 2 ES longs and they ended up pushing us up to almost 16. Um, so we already halfway on this account after day one. But like I said, once we pass it, I'm going to activate it. But that's the thing. I'm trying to decide. Like I said, I'm trying to decide with Top Stick or Apex because Apex we gonna be stuck to the 30% consistency thing. I think they got. And I really don't. That's the only thing I'm not a fan of. Just to get your payout, you gotta keep 30% consistency. I'm really not a fan of that. Where Top Stick, you can make as much as you want in a day. Yes, you can cap that 5K withdrawal, but you can make as much as you want, and that's kind of like how I like it. Um, but same time with Top Step, you got them 5 days minimum requirement. So it all depends on you. We gonna have to see. I'm gonna figure out whichever one I decide. I might do both of them, y'all, so y'all can see how easy and how hard it is to get the payout. I might do one Top Step, one Apex for the channel. But we gonna see though. But I just wanted to give y'all an update of everything, what been going on, what I've been looking at, what's going on with the accounts, all that stuff. And I still didn't trade my regular accounts today, just because I just didn't. Once Tuesday happened, I was like, I don't even want to you know, risk too much. Um, I traded the Apex today, but I didn't trade my personal account today, other than my personal options account. Like I told y'all, when I seen that hourly candle, this hourly candle right here flip and it turned green and closed above two fair value gaps, I ended up getting a long on options. I got some spy longs here. And I actually had to close the options a little sooner just because it's 0 DTE. The theta gonna kill you, or kill your contract. I hope YouTube don't block my video because I said that. But it's gonna mess the contract up. So once it got up here, this blue line y'all see, this 14. Once it got here, I just closed. Well, that was my TP for SPY. And we got out of our SPY contract. Now, I want to go over one chart, y'all, that had me so upset. So mad. I did catch the teeny easy 10% of the move. I caught that, but look at this, y'all. CrowdStrike. If y'all go back to our live stream, we've been talking about CrowdStrike for 2 weeks almost. Waiting on this breakout, man. We've been waiting on that breakout, and it finally did it during the time of me not being focused because of what I was doing when it came to the Top Step account. But y'all remember, we had this drawn out. Come on now. We had this drawn out for CrowdStrike. We was in this CrowdStrike all down here, y'all. In them loans. We catch them loans. We did make money off of it. Yeah, we made money. But Monday, I told y'all, I said, CrowdStrike can go close above right here. This 57, 457. We can close above 457. I told y'all, one daily green, getting long, because we should be going straight up to that 478, 480s. That's what I told y'all. I said that's an easy $20 move. You can literally go back to the last stream we had. I said that's an easy $20 move from 457 all the way to 480s. Um, and what happened after cause we did that stream on Tuesday morning, so it was this one. Literally one day later or 2 days later, I guess you could say, cause this day went by. The second day I literally seen this in one in the morning. I said, dang, CrowdStrike spiked up. I mean, gapped up. It was at 67. I said, we open above my 57 level. One or two things gonna happen. Either we're gonna dump all the way down to come back to that 57, or we finna shoot straight up. And I was looking at Meta and Spy, and everybody looked like they was gonna go up for Thursday. So I said, hey, I'm gonna go long on CrowdStrike soon as market open. Y'all, I opened up the CrowdStrike contract. When I tell y'all, I tried to purchase. I wasn't even gonna go heavy because I already was, a little upset about my, you know, uh, Top Step account. So I was like, I'm only gonna risk $25 per contract on CrowdStrike, right? So I'm not gonna risk nothing but $25 per contract on CrowdStrike. All I'm gonna do is just wait on us to start pushing up. CrowdStrike opened up. It came down for the first 2 minutes. Literally, right here, we got our first green candle. I went to go buy the contract. Contract $25, y'all. I go to buy it. Soon I press buy, it's already at like 40. So then Robinhood say, oh, it put it through, but it wasn't sell because it already jumped to 40. I mean, it wasn't purchased because it went to 40. So I had to readjust the contract. By the time I readjust the contract, it's up here. Then it's 100. So now I'm not. I don't really want to get in the trade because it's already at the 480s where I wanted to go. Then it kept pushing. It came up to 490s. Came up to 490s. I'm like, man, ain't no way. How is it at 490? I said, ain't no way it's going to 500. I was looking for some contracts, but it was the 535. I was like, no, I don't want that. So I'm like, ain't no way it's gonna go to 500. Man, when we got this red and then it flipped green right here at 95, I was like, man, we going to 500. So, they end up pushing up. We end up pushing up. Was it already? I think it was already 30. Yeah. I don't feel like going back. We end up pushing up. Um, Once we got up here to this 499, 500 level, then I got in a loan at that moment because it was almost the end of the day. So now the contracts kind of came down. Got in the loan, I just took it up to 504, and that was it. So I took from 500 to 504 when it literally we was trying to get in at the open all the way back down at like at 460. We was trying to get in all the way down here like 467, 468, and missed that whole thing. And I was like I said, I was upset because this was the breakout we was looking for this whole time, y'all. Break to that trend, break, retest. This really where you should have been. I should have been getting in after September 11th. I should have just held. I should have got about 2 weeks out. Really, September 11th. Really, or you could even did any one of these 3 days when it kept failing to close below this daily gap. But that Wednesday, I wasn't even looking at it, man, because of my top step. So that would messed it up. Because if I would have seen this on Wednesday, still closing above, I'm like I told you, I was expecting us to shoot up the rest of the week. I definitely would have bought a long for CrowdStrike easily. But I definitely wouldn't thought it would have went that high. But I definitely would have got in one long. But it is what it is, y'all. We did catch our Intel swing from almost a week or two ago. Finally went through. We had 27. It was $27.50, I think, the contract we were in, and we had got in where down here. Yeah, we got in down here on the 15. No, it wasn't even here. It was here, wasn't it? I think we got in. Was it? It wasn't the 15 because that's this weekend. Yeah, it wasn't the 15. We got in the previous week. But we got in here on the 10th. Got in. We did. It did come down some. But we just still held it. But like we said, we had the 2750s, and they end up gapping up because Nvidia said about. I think Nvidia bought shares or something about Intel. End up gapping us all the way up to the 30s. That $20 contract we had back here, that was going out for 2 weeks basically. Well, it expired on the 19th. And we bought it on the 10th. But that $20 contract ended up being $370, y'all. So that was a nice swing trade right there. But we definitely had two contracts, but we didn't hold both of them. I sold one at that same week that we bought it. But that was a nice trade. But other than that, y'all, this is a long video. This is kind of a downing video. I'm a little tired, and the topic. But hopefully y'all bear with me. Got through it. But like I said, new series getting ready to start, y'all, and y'all be on the lookout for it. Live trading with Keith, more than likely, as long as live trade don't be lagging. All right, but y'all have a